I'm reacting to some of the, some random shorts, like, I just found YouTube shorts.
So her brain has decayed. Her lips remain intact. Archaeologists believe this to be lip injection fillers.
Yeah.
The bone origin is from Miami, but the implantation derives from China. Interesting. However, our discovery stops there by no means. As you can
so
see,
cool.
an artificially enhanced
Oh yeah, if I
buttocks
laugh,
known as a BBL. A Brazilian buttocks lift. or
gone
what they
brain
like
dead,
to call
and my
a
goal is to
guilt.
make it to 20 minutes.
A guilt.
I love Adam, but let's straighten out some of these facts. First, this is actually true. It can take upwards of 500 years for a silicone implant to naturally decompose. But lip filler, that is organic material, and that will decompose very quickly, so your lips won't look like this when you're a skeleton. The breast
Whoa, so
implants used here in the
cool.
US are not made in China. Mentor implants are made in the United States, and Allergan and Motiva implants are made in Costa Rica.
Oh, God.
And a BBL is injections of fat into the butt, not placement of an implant. And you don't put saline implants into a butt, they're made of solid silicone. Other than that, this is pretty realistic.
We've uncovered a
No.
fascinating discovery.
This woman is standing in the middle of a grain silo, which is usually very dangerous. And she's about to perform a stunt that needs good protection, so she's wearing this strange suit. But because this is a movie shoot, she doesn't just sink into the grain, she actually falls. This woman is standing in the middle of a
How is
grain
that
silo, which is
dangerous?
usually very dangerous. This kid has a genius contraption for when he's doing his homework. Look, his phone goes up. Oh,
Shout out to Infinite.
The mom found it, though.
This guy makes
If you made the phone go
good
behind the
videos.
clock, that would have been so smart. Come on, lock in, Timmy. Gotta think of those things. What? How do you get another phone? This kid has a...
Did you know that if a factory dips a wine bottle too much, it automatically becomes very expensive? Its price skyrockets to 50 times its original value just because it has more red wax on it, making it extremely rare. And even though the worker doesn't do it on purpose, her mistake generates millions per year for the factory. Did you know that if a factory
And why
dips
is
a wine
this
bottle too
info
much, it
important? Oh, it's an ad. Oh yeah, this is stupid.
Alright.
I'm gonna warn you, this is gonna...
This boy looks straight into a man's soul for a reason. Because he's in a farmer competition where he has to show his most well-groomed animal. But the most important thing is serious eye... This boy looks straight into a man's soul for a reason. Because he's in a farmer competition where he has to show his most well-groomed animal. But the most important thing is serious eye contact with the judge. So he can understand which farmer is really concerned about his goat. And to let the boy know that his goat is the best, he slapped its butt. This boy looks straight into a man.
If you mash strawberry...
He challenged his military instructor to see if he could win in a gunfight. Little did he know that his instructor had prepared for this moment and put his other hand on the soldier while his gun was ready. In the end, he won against his instructor. He challenged his military instructor to see if he could win in a gunfight. What the hell kind of monitor is that?
Wait.
He challenged his military... What the hell kind of monitor is that? What is this guy... Is that like a paneled monitor? Oh, it's screen privacy things for phones. That is smart. That way you can't... That guy just looked over trying to cheat. What the hell kind of monitor is that? What is this guy... What the hell kind of...
Bro, it's a green screen kid.
This man was in grave
Oh
danger after
God, I
being
really
swept
hope
away
I
by a
make it
powerful
to
river
20
current
minutes.
fighting for his
I
life. His
do
friends on the bridge desperately
not
tried
want
to reach him,
to
quickly fashioning
tell
a shirt into a
everybody
makeshift
that
lifeline.
is
But
subbed
just as he reached
to
for it,
me.
the current proved too strong, tragically
I
ripping him away.
actually,
A
like,
heartbreaking reminder of how
oh,
dangerous these waters can be.
I
This
don't
man was
believe
in
in
grave...
the
We're looking for
brain dead
homeowners
or
within
the dead internet or something. I don't know.
On his head, on his head, on his head.
I'm so sorry. I just want $1,000.
I'm tired.
$1,000. Bitches, bro. Run it. Give him.
Yeah,
and
nothing.
shaved in like 3 to 4 months going into nationals. Like I
No.
He was forced to kill his fake hamster so he could make his wife regret. As always, he was playing around with him while his wife was cooking. That's when he decided to fake its death because the main reason for them to fall
do
in
not
love was the
care
hamster.
for
So he
this
took out
crap,
a balloon that
but
matched the hamster's color and
I
filled it with
gotta
ketchup.
watch
Then he
it
inflated it
for
with his
the
mouth so it matches
video.
its size. So you can kind of taste it
Yay.
while filling it. He
I'm
tied
gonna
it
go
up
for
and started to give
dancing.
eyes and a
Okay,
nose to the
watching
fake
about
hamster.
this.
Once that was complete, he started to laugh like a psycho while his friend was recording. So he introduced the hamster to his imaginary twin brother. So he straight away hid it while his wife was preparing the ingredients for the cooking video. Because she runs a YouTube channel, and today he asked him to join so she could do a couple video with him. As soon as she saw the hamster, she started to smile because she believed it was the bridge connecting them both. So now it was time to traumatize her, so he instantly dropped it in the mixer. As soon as she saw it, she started screaming at him because if the hamster dies, their relationship is doomed. So she asked him to take it back, and thank God the mixer wasn't switched on. She even looked to see if the poor thing was her. For safety reasons, she even closed the mixer so it wouldn't fall again. But the husband, without wasting any time, opened it and tried to put the hamster inside it once again. Since his wife was watching him, he was forced to abort the mission. He thought she noticed his intention, but she just wanted him to be romantic on the video because it will be posted on Valentine's Day. Now he was sure she was in her cooking world. That's when he dropped the hamster once again to make it look like a mistake. But when she saw it, she started crying because she thought the mixer was on. This time she attacked him and straight away closed the mixer again. She started asking him why is he opening the mixer cover again and again. He started claiming the hamster wants to play with the blades in it. His wife labeled him as nuts and told him to not listen to it. After a few minutes, he tried to open it once again. But this time he switched on the mixer and gave his wife a jump scare. Without her even screaming, he started to justify he wanted to check if it was working. But she had to scream because he checked when the hamster was in his hand and the mixer didn't have its cover. She even started feeling sus and asked him if he is trying to kill it. Now he acted like he is playing with it. And once he was sure she wasn't looking, he instantly hid the actual hamster and took out the fake one. So he started to act like he is playing
Bro,
with
how do
his
you not
hamster
notice?
just to make his wife believe it's the actual one with him. But she was
How
so
do you not
annoyed with
notice
him, she
the
didn't even
hamster
notice if
right
it was
there?
real or fake. But he continued with the act, and when the time was right, he removed the cover without her knowing. Once he knew this is the best chance, he switched on the mixer and dropped the fake hamster in it. Instantly, the ketchup splashed on everyone, but the wife thought it was the blood of her hamster. She started screaming and immediately tried to switch off the mixer. She couldn't believe the bridge of her relationship is no more. That's when the husband came laughing and showed her the real hamster is alive. Without even thinking, she kicked him forever. He was forced to kill his fake hamster
How
so he could
forever?
make his wife regret. As always, he was
This is a blind box switch. As long as you press it, items will appear randomly. The man has been trapped here for 2 hours. He pressed it casually. As a result, a serving of sushi appeared. He wanted some soy sauce to eat with the sushi, so he pressed it a few more times. But what came out was still rice balls. He could only eat the rice balls without soy sauce.
Ew.
If you can't pass this test, you're not allowed to ever use a canoe. It's literally called the bottle challenge. And the goal is to balance a bottle on the back of your canoe. But many people complain about it. Some even say this test is completely useless. And while that might be true for most terrains, strong currents will show you why it's so important. Because it was made for situations like this one. Since once flipped upside down, you'll need to know how to stay calm. But that's nearly impossible for most people without prior training. Even picking up an extra paddle becomes difficult when flipped in water. So you could probably never nail a save like his without that challenge. If you can't pass this test, you're not allowed to ever use a canoe. It's literally called the bottle.
This mother had to divide the juice equally
Okay,
into 3
might as well
glasses so
teach
her
us how
children
to
wouldn't
do
fight.
it,
After
but
thinking for a while, she
yeah,
decided to solve
probably
it
still
using
useless
physics. She
info.
took a straw and inserted it into the juice in the middle glass. When bubbles started to appear, it meant the air inside was being replaced by liquid. Now that the straw held some juice, she carefully tilted it toward an empty glass, and just like magic, the juice started to flow. This happened because when the straw was tilted, a vacuum and empty space formed inside. That allowed the straw to draw liquid from one side and transfer it to the other. As soon as the juice levels became equal in all 3 glasses, the process stopped on its own. Now the 3 siblings could enjoy their drinks in peace. This mother had to divide the juice equally into 3 glasses
Just
so her
pour
children
the
wouldn't
juice.
fight. After thinking for a while, she decided to solve it using physics. She took a
The officer took a small bite of an apple, but the prisoner pulled out a grenade and started chewing it playfully. Seeing the prisoner smile made the officer angry, and he punched him hard in the stomach. The officer thought the punch would control the prisoner, but instead of surrendering, the prisoner vomited violently, then pulled a long ribbon from his mouth with a German Empire medal at the end. The officer's face turned
That
serious,
is a,
and he angrily asked what all this
really?
was. Suddenly, the sound of an alarm clock surprised everyone. A soldier tried to find the clock, but saw the clock had come from behind the prisoner. The soldier was confused about how his clock ended up with the prisoner. prisoner. He raised his hand to hit him, but then realized there was no danger. All the soldiers dropped their seriousness and started laughing, treating the prisoner like a clown and making fun of him. But they didn't know this was all part of a bigger plan. The prisoner noticed their mood and continued acting like a fool, performing even more. Then,
Yeah,
suddenly, he
there's
tried
gonna
to
be a
escape.
third
The
video.
officer immediately ordered the soldiers to chase him. When they reached the door, they saw the prisoner running with a wooden barrel. The soldiers relaxed again and chased him while laughing. But as soon as the barrel fell to the ground, something strange happened. The prisoner disappeared. The soldiers panicked and searched everywhere but couldn't find him. Then they heard a cat meow nearby. They turned to look and saw it was just another trick by the prisoner. Everyone laughed again and talked about the prisoner's silly games. But the officer started feeling uneasy. He realized the prisoner's actions were not normal. Right away, he took a girl hostage to force the prisoner to surrender. Seeing the girl's condition, the prisoner quickly pretended to give up. But the next moment, the officer was shocked. The prisoner did something no one expected. All the soldiers jumped forward to catch him, but then they noticed the hostage girl had disappeared. The officer shouted for the soldiers to stay alert, but it was already too late. Suddenly, a rain of bullets came down and wiped out all the German soldiers. Only one soldier survived, staring in shock at the bodies around him. He took a deep breath of relief, but then something even scarier happened. The prisoner, who was thought to be dead, slowly stood up. He calmly raised his hand, and in the next moment, the officer took a small bite of an apple. This
That's
guy's
gotta
package
be
arrived
AI.
2 days early.
Yo, what? Who are these guys?
Package there for you.
Oh, okay.
We got a package for you. We need you to come sign it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can sign it.
No, actually, you gotta come outside. New policy.
I can't sign it through the window?
No. New policy. You gotta come out. You gotta come say hi.
New policy.
At this point, the guy was really suspicious.
Such a weird policy. Wait, such a weird. Oh. Whoa. I thought I have to sign the waiver. What's going on? Okay, I'll sign the waiver. Yeah, let me sign it. Whoa, where are they going?
Hey, you're staying with me.
Why are they going in my house?
Sign the waiver. We need you to sign the waiver. Yeah.
Why are they going in my house? I'm signing the waiver. Did you just take an apple from my kitchen? No, I'm not signing this. I did not say you guys can come in my house like this.
No payment? Nothing. You got any money in the house?
Money? There's some money. Yeah, that should cut it.
What's in the safe?
How is
No,
this
guys, don't open
revenge?
the safe. Whoa, I paid on the app already.
You can come over here.
Whoa. What?
They started threatening the guy, but he had a plan.
That's gotta be staged.
Let me just relax, okay? Get out of here!
This guy's package arrived 2 days early.
Yo, what?
Can you guess how many stories I can slide before putting a hole through my Crocs? One story. It surprisingly stayed on thanks to sport mode, and beside the smell of burnt rubber, it barely did anything. So I kept going, and I did 1, 2, 3, 4 more stories, and there it was, my first victim. But the Crocs were still good. I knew this was gonna take a while, so I decided to explore and slide down
my
every Crocs I
lord,
could fit in.
how-
But this one was definitely the
I mean, like,
scariest. I felt like I was gonna fall
this
sideways.
is
I'm
such
not trying
important
this again, so
info,
I did
but
it
like,
again. Way faster this time.
I don't
After
know why
sliding
I
down
would
a
want
total of
to
20
know.
stories and putting holes through 4 different pairs of pants, I think it got through my underwear. I realized that
And,
Crocs were way more resistant than I thought.
I mean,
but
this
I kept
guy
going
makes,
for
like,
another
good
17
videos.
stories.
Oh, that's so fun.
Until this happened. At 37 stories, I lost sport mode, but was I through it? Let me know what was your guess in the comments. Can you guess how many...
A man challenged himself to survive in a damp pit for 7 days. If he succeeded, he would win $100,000. The terrifying part, no food, no water, and he had to sleep in the muddy hole. Each day he
It's yours,
No.
right? Yes! I thought I'd never see my wallet again. You're literally a hero right now. Can I swing by and grab it? Like right now?
Sure, but before you do, I need to ask you something very important.
What?
Red or black?
Bro, what? Tell me you're joking. You're using your own money, right?
Nope, all from your wallet. Roulette table's hot, and I'm standing over it right now. All I need is your word.
You better not be serious.
Your money, your choice, choose fast. I'm seconds away from
this
putting
is
it all
one
down.
of
Do not
the
gamble my money.
Listen, if
worst
I win, we
things
both win. Same cut,
on YouTube
50-50.
shorts.
I'm calling the cops.
So you mean black then?
Dude, I swear if you actually do this...
Too late.
Oh my god. My heart was pounding. Well, I'm glad you didn't lose
Actually,
it.
I can't
just
believe you
gonna
didn't trust me.
be-
You now have more than you started with.
Great. Now can I come pick it up?
Of course. You get half of the earnings as promised. Unless you want to get more.
No! I want my wallet just
I'm
how it is.
changing
Okay,
my
fine.
mind. It's
You can come
gonna
get it.
Thank
be
God. Where can
an
we meet?
hour.
Just kidding. I lost it all.
No, dude!
You got pranked again. I won, actually. We can both be rich now.
Dude, you gotta stop doing this. But also, holy crap, thank you. Sorry for doubting you. Where can I come pick it up?
Not yet. I'm thinking red will come in clutch this time.
Bro, please do not go again.
Look, I won. This is my first time at the casino, too.
There's no way you're this lucky.
Beginner's luck goes hard. I think that means I should keep...
No, dude, stop gambling! Listen to me. The money is our entire lives right there. We can literally pay off debt, buy a car, get our lives in order. You need to leave right now.
Yeah, we're both rich now. You're right.
Exactly.
But what if we were disgustingly, stinking, absolutely filthy, rich?
No. I don't care. Leave now.
Think about it. This could change our lives forever. Both ourselves and our grandchildren would never have to work a day in their life again. Our families would have wealth for generations to come. One more spin and we rewrite history forever.
gotta
This is
do this
destiny.
for
We're
the
standing at the
views.
edge of greatness, staring out into the void, but I cannot see further. The only way to clear the fog, the only way to break free is one more spin. All right, man.
Send it! Woohoo! We're billionaires!
It's yours, right?
Yes! I thought I'd never...
Oh!
No.
Can Starbucks spell Italian brain rot?
Starting with the easiest name,
Trippy Troppy.
and since they got that
Another
one right, they get a
stupid
$10
thing.
tip, but the names will only get harder as the tips get bigger.
My name is Cappuccino Assassino. You need this for reference?
Impressively, he spelled it correctly, which means he gets a $20 tip, but now the names will be getting much harder.
La Vaca Saturno Saturnita.
No spaces and none of that.
There's spaces, but...
Unfortunately, the only part of the name he got right was the first two letters. But will they earn the massive $100 tip?
Even if I lose $100, it'll all be worth it if you subscribe. Gara, Mara, Ram,
I'm not gonna fail.
Man,
But,
Mara, Ram, Man,
I mean,
Dang,
fall for it.
Madum, Doom, Tak, Tun, Tung, Perk, Untung. Who's Tilati? Can Starbucks spell it?
Michael Jackson was trying hard not to laugh when a gun was pulled on him.
It looks
Michael
like he's
Jackson was
trying
trying
hard
hard
not to
laugh when
cry.
a gun. See how time changes everything. First, look at this picture. This barber has been standing in the same exact spot for years, cutting people's hair. And just look at the floor below him. It's completely worn down. That's what happens when something stays the same for a long time. Next, this man walked the same road every day for 28 years, and one side of his face always faced the sun. Now look, the sun completely changed just one side of his face. Half his face looks way older than the other side. Next, check out this hook. Looks normal, right? But look closely. It's been swinging and hitting the same wall for years. And now there's a hole in the wall, just from that tiny hook hitting the same spot over and over again. See how time changes every...
I gave my friend 99 cents and this is...
Look, this boy skips the working water slide. Instead, he scoops up some water with his hand to pour onto the closed one. It hasn't had any water for days, so it dried out and got stuck. That's why neither of them could slide down. But they don't give up. They keep trying to push themselves down with their hands, and eventually, they make it all the way to the bottom. Look, this
You're
boy
not
skips
supposed
the
to
working
watch
water
it for a
slide.
reason.
Instead, he scoops
You're
up some
not
water with
supposed
his
to
hand to
use it.
Did you know that if you take a Mr. Beast thumbnail and
Because
you
it's
expand
not
the
working.
image, then find Jimmy and just erase him, then go to this lady and give her way more dirt.
But the man turns his head every minute because he loves playing with Rubik's Cubes, so he went to a plastic surgery clinic and had his head reshaped into a Rubik's Cube. When he's bored, he twists his head to kill time. Today, he was waiting for the subway to go to work. He glanced at his watch with misaligned eyes and realized he still had plenty of time. The man decided to fix his facial features. He first flipped half of his head backward, then pinched his nose and twisted the middle part. But after a while, he still couldn't solve it. He noticed his headphones were making things even harder, so he decided to take them off. The man's actions stunned the janitor. Subway passengers were also shocked with wide eyes. To ease the awkwardness, the man stroked his beard and continued to twist his head. But no matter how hard he tried, he just couldn't get it right. In a panic, he even put his eyes in backwards. Everyone appeared upside down in his view. He looked very frustrated, realizing he needed to fix his head. Before the subway arrived, with his head spinning, he grabbed a nearby drink and chugged it through the mouth on his head, not forgetting to wipe away the drops. The man continued to twist his head. A little girl saw his messy look and couldn't help but laugh. Then something magical happened. His mind became clear. His hands moved much faster than before, left and right, up and down, judging positions by touching his ears. After a few seconds, he finally succeeded. His head was back to normal. The man turns his head every minute because he loves...
Which of these shots is AI?
You think you could stop me?
Apology accepted, Captain.
Number 2, 7,
Which
and
of these
bonus
shots
clip.
is AI?
This boy hated his naturally curly hair and always tried to straighten it with a comb, but it never worked.
They would cut out the pirate's eyes and even mutilate his body after he was already dead. They did this so they could tie him to the masts or leave him to decompose right on the stern. You see, when other pirates saw a ship covered in corpses, they often thought it was cursed or plagued, so they used their dead comrades just to scare their enemies. They would cut out the pirate's eyes and even mutilate his body after he was already dead.
Hey, Mom, look, a helicopter.
Oh, that's neat. Wonder why it's got that. Boys, get inside! Wait for me by the basement door. I'll be right back. It's wasp pods. I don't have time for this. Boys!
That's great. That is. That's good.
Make sure your mask is tight enough, honey. There's no need to
Does that
worry.
say-
I think I brought some toys. That's ironic.
When will it be gone, Mama?
24 hours and it should be safe to go up.
Wait, where's Dada?
Hey boys, do you see the helicopters? Boys? Boys?
Hey, Mom,
A single drop would fall, hitting the prisoner's forehead. Then another falls, and another. Now, at first, it's just annoying, but the prisoner is strapped down, completely unable to move. And the drops keep coming, always landing in the exact same spot. As hours pass,
Erosion.
the skin
Okay.
becomes raw, and each drop
Oh.
stings. They fall slowly, around one every few seconds. But the tap would shut off at random intervals, leaving the prisoner anxiously waiting for the next drop, slowly losing their minds. A single drop would fall.
There's a claim that if you dip your hand into molten lead, which is thousands of degrees hot, you won't actually get burned. Some people even say it's possible to slap molten steel with a bare hand. But wait, shouldn't molten metal instantly char human skin? To test this out, Adam and Jamie got their hands on several lead ingots and heated them to high temperatures until they turned into liquid
pronounced
metal. The molten
lead.
lead reached 725 degrees Fahrenheit.
see
Since
the
no one was willing to go first, they tested it with a sausage. If the sausage cooked, they'd know it was exposed to dangerous heat. Jamie dipped the sausage in water first, then quickly dunked it into the molten lead. This time, the sausage darkened a bit and came out with tiny lead fragments stuck to it. That extreme heat alone could easily burn human skin. But then they cranked up the lead to 850 degrees Fahrenheit and repeated the test. The sausage didn't change color at all, and no lead stuck to it. In fact, it even felt cool to the touch. That seemed like the perfect condition to try the real thing. Jamie decided to go for it. He dipped his finger in cold water, then quickly plunged it into the molten lead. Shockingly, his skin didn't burn. He only felt a slight warmth. Adam was curious, so he took it a step further. He dipped his whole hand in water and then quickly into the molten lead. It felt like boiling water, but it didn't burn him. So why didn't they get hurt? It's because of the Leidenfrost effect. When water touches a surface that's way hotter than its boiling point, it instantly turns into steam, and that vapor forms a protective barrier between your skin and the hot surface. There's a claim that if you
could pull the sword from the putty, I'll give you $1,000. But first, you have to pull the crayon from the glue.
All right, here we go, and we're going to... Pretty easy.
Next, pull the spoon from the peanut butter.
It's creamy, so I got no texture to help me out there. Here we go. Okay, just gonna take a second. Here we go. Here. Hey! Easy.
Try pulling the knife from the giant gummy bear.
Bit grotesque. So, if you've ever churned butter at Colonial Williamsburg, it's kind of like that. Here we go. All right. We are making progress.
Just cut the gummy bear.
Hey! Here we go.
Time to pull the sword.
Okay. What you
Put your
might not be able to
foot
see
on
is
the
that I am
putty.
making progress. Okay. You know that thing in Jim, the presidential fitness test, and then he did like the arm hang? It feels like the arm hang. Okay, here we go.
The potty dance.
We've all been in the bathroom before. I'm just gonna hang out here for a second. Yes. Here we go.
Oh,
Looks like she did it. Yeah!
not yet. Hey!
There we go. Tap the link to get Crazy Aaron's putty from...
Ooh, okay. I'm just gonna check that 19 out. Ooh, I don't care for that stuff. Wait, I almost almost closed it. Okay. Back to scrolling.
It had been 3 days and 3 nights for the boy. He had not even blinked once. He did not even dare to
The man is the last
hour.
human being on Earth. He pours a dozen bottles of spirits worth millions into the bathtub and soaks his whole body in it. Then he sprinkled a circle of salt around the edge of the pool. He licked a few mouthfuls of the salt before taking a sip of the liquor to savor it. It turns out there's a virus outbreak in the world, and everyone loses their lives. But Jack survives. So he drove his motorhome across the country, shouting in 8 languages, but he couldn't see a soul. In desperation, he leaves a sign on a roadside billboard that says there's someone in the city ahead of him, and heads back to his hometown. Halfway there, he saw a mansion. He pried open the door and moved in. Hundreds of millions of dollars worth of world-famous paintings and dinosaur fossils in museums became his home furnishings. He blasted open the door of a supermarket with a shotgun and filled his shopping with junk food, not even forgetting his spiritual food. A $10,000 red wine with vegan pasta will cost him $400 in one sip. When it comes to entertainment, Jack naturally doesn't shortchange himself. If bowling is not enough, he replaces the bottle with a fishbowl, then drives his pickup truck and slams on the brakes, breaking the fishbowl instantly. The more Jack played, the crazier he got. He even used his car as a bowling ball. The fun continued for almost a year. One day, Jack opened his calendar and it was his birthday. He started to miss his family and the warmth of hugs, but now he could only wish himself a happy birthday. Jack got angrier and angrier and started cursing God. Another 5 months passed by. Jack had become a beggar, his mansion a dumping ground, his swimming pool a cesspool. He was so lonely that he started painting faces on his balls and talking to them every day. But it still didn't relieve the man's loneliness. That's when Jack remembered the female models at the mall. So he breaks the window glass and goes to talk to her, but he ends up removing her arm. Jack was devastated. He lost the courage to live. He wrote his last words on a rock in the countryside and drove his car to his death. But at the last minute, he slams on the brakes because he sees a wisp of smoke, which means there's another person in the world. Jack is so excited that he rushes over there, and sure enough, there are signs of human life. Jack hears a woman's voice behind him and faints from the excitement. When he woke up, he saw a very beautiful woman. The man's heart instantly fluttered, but just as he was about to confess, he suddenly realized something was wrong. It turns out that the beautiful woman just now was just an illusion. Man is the last human being on Earth.
This boy already knew that he would not die before 80 years, so he jumped from a tall building without any fear. He fell straight on a moving truck and survived. Then he jumped from a plane without a parachute. This time also he fell straight on another plane, and again survived. In this world, the time of death of every person is predetermined. Like this girl now had only 3 hours left. She was feeling the danger coming, so she refused to go on a date with her boyfriend. At the same time, a message came on her phone. "You have violated the rules." She quickly opened the software which showed the time of death. Now only 1 minute 58 seconds were left. She ran inside the house and tried to turn off the phone, but the phone was not turning off. Then suddenly some mysterious power came and lifted her in the air, and as soon as the time was over, she died. On the other hand, her boyfriend had become a victim of a car accident. If the girl had been with him, she would have died there itself. Now the boy was in shock. He told the doctor that he would not get his surgery done because he did not have much time left. The doctor thought he was joking, but when only 3 minutes were left in his timing the next day, the doctor also got scared and refused to do the operation. Then a message came on the same phone: "You have violated the rules," and as soon as the time was over, he also died. Now, an atmosphere of fear was created in the entire hospital. Doctors, nurses, everyone started checking the time on their phones. Then a nurse found an old video. In it, a girl was saying, "I had downloaded this application, now only a few seconds are left," and that girl died in front of the video. The nurse got very scared. She bought a new phone. But the surprising thing was that the app got installed automatically in the new phone. Due to fear, she ran out of the shop. Then she saw a shadow in the car camera, but there was no one outside. Then someone came from behind and held her mouth tightly. At the same time, another boy was found. She asked, "Have you also received the same message?" Now both of them went to the man who could change the code of this app. The girl said, "I can give you all my property, just increase our time." The man opened the computer and started looking at the code of the app. Then the names of both of them appeared on the screen. Now only this man tricked a Rubik's Cube master by turning a corner without him noticing, but he quickly realized he was not human, because right after receiving the cube, the master even decided to do it blindfold, and while everyone was laughing inside, he was about to pull off the unexpected, since he started off normally, and he looked like he was about to fall right.
A German soldier shot himself in the foot during World War II. He did this because during the Battle of Stalingrad, the Germans were surrounded by the enemy with no way to escape. There were only a few planes that carried Germans back to safety, but these were mainly for wounded soldiers. So in order to escape, some soldiers...
The massive nuke was lowered down the shaft before
changing my
concrete
mind
was
once
poured on
more.
top. You see, 3 years earlier, a gas well had erupted into flames, and a fireball over 400 feet high burned constantly. Engineers tried to put it out with water, but it did nothing. and installing a lid only forced the gas out
This is
in
gonna be
other
the last
places.
short for this
Finally, they
video.
sent down a nuclear bomb. And when it detonated, the massive blast compressed the earth around the well. This closed up the pipe, finally putting an end to the fire. The massive nuke was lowered down the shaft before concrete was poured on top.
You
You see,
liked
3
this
years
video and
earlier,
did